So now the ball is in the court of Donald J. Trump. Mr. Trump, you met with your Joint Chiefs of Staff in August and in early September. You had your generals at Camp David. They weren't talking about taxes. You don't use generals to talk about taxes. You were.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel once again, Denga Reaction. So guys, Louis Farrakhan has made many strong and controversial statements about American politics, foreign policy, Israel, the Middle East, and the future of Black Americans. In this video, we are looking at some of those public remarks and the warning he presented to his audience. Farrakhan spoke about tension involving Iran, Saudi Arabia, Syria, Libya, Israel, and the United States. He also gave his views on presidents such as Donald Trump and Barack Obama. Some of his statements involve predictions, religious interpretation, and claims that are strongly distributed. So, in this commentary, we are going to examine what he said and the bigger issue was trying to highlight. This is a discussion of his public remarks for news and commentary purposes. It does not mean that we are confirming or endorsing his prediction or religious explanation. So guys, if it is the very first time coming across any of my video in my channel, remember to like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and put on the notification for more on the and about this discussion.
W. Bush, after 9/11, said he was going to divide the Muslims against themselves. Now a 1,400-year dispute between Shia and Sunni is about to take into a war. President Trump went to Saudi Arabia and called 50 Sunni nations through the king of Saudi Arabia. And instead of inviting Muslims to sit with Muslims to find out what's the point of contention and bringing peace about, he took those Sunni nations, yes you did, Mr. Trump, and you aimed their anger against Tehran and the Shia nation. Just recently, you sent much weaponry into the Middle East. You've sent missiles into the Middle East.
Yes, sir.
You didn't send them. You urged them to buy them. A war is brewing.
Yes.
President Trump, you just left Asia, and you carried with you to Asia 3 of your largest aircraft carriers with F-18, F-16, a nuclear sub in the water. You had an armada around Kim Jong-un. You went to talk, but you had firepower to aid your lexicon of language. Barack Obama, you hate him. You call him a weak president because he's not like you, Mr. Trump, and he's not like his predecessors. He is like Jonah, who was a reluctant prophet. Barack Obama was reluctant to be the type of wicked man that your presidents are, have been, and like you said, let's take the oil. See, that's not presidential. The presidents would say, let's see if we can make a deal and give them money for their oil because we really want it all. That's presidential. We'll send our Secretary of State. He's such a diplomat. But you, Mr. Trump, we'll take the oil. You remember?
Yes, sir.
And with Stephanopoulos on ABC, we'll bomb the hell out of them. See, Mr. Trump is real. He is what he is. Now you either got to see him as he is, because all the rest of them were vampires that looked good in the day, but when night came, you know. Mr. Trump, and I say this to my brother Barack, you really tried to make America better. Couldn't succeed, because the moment you went overseas and started talking about the mistakes that America has made, Romney and the Republicans said, look at him. He's over there apologizing. Mr. Trump, more than an apology is needed. Mr. President, you're going to have to deal with either the thought that's in your mind that will destroy America and her future, because once the trigger of war is pulled, it will escalate. Now, I'm going to tell you what my teacher told me. You have planned a war. The war that you have planned, you and your generals, is to the Middle East. You want to use the Sunni at the prodding of Israel to attack Iran. Just like you did with my brother Gaddafi.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You laid back, leading from behind. You in Syria now. Boy, this is rough. And Mrs. Clinton, she encouraged you to give the go-ahead to kill Muammar Gaddafi. Gaddafi had come in out of the cold. Gaddafi gave up all his weapons of mass destruction. And Bush used to be so proud to say, Gaddafi got the message. He's come in. And then under Barack, Hillary Clinton imposed her will. And they murdered Muammar Gaddafi. And the killing of Muammar Gaddafi wrapped a ribbon around Kim Jong-un. And it was given to you as a gift. You will never get North Korea to give up what she has as a trump card. That's over, Mr. Trump. Can you live with North Korea with nuclear weapons? I think you're going to have to. Even though you have war plans already to knock out North Korea, but China said, if you attack North Korea, we have to defend them. China is right. Allah don't love aggressors. He said, but if North Korea attacks you, America, we'll lay out of it. So you went there thinking that you making friends. Wrong. You didn't discuss with China his plans for war. You have laid out in the Pentagon how you can wipe the Chinese out.
Right.
But you don't want China, not yet. And you don't want Kim Jong-un yet. But you're looking for a softer target and you think that's Iran. Wrong. Wrong. If you permit Israel to push Saudi and the Sunnis into war with the Shiites, I want to say this to the Muslim world. See, you are so blinded that you think with America's backing you can win. Wrong. You're a Muslim. If you got the backing of Allah, you can win. But you don't have that backing. Not as an aggressor. Pakistan is sitting there with nuclear weapons. I noticed Mr. Trump, he didn't mention Pakistan. Although at the United Nations, you did mention Iran, you mentioned Venezuela, you mentioned Cuba, and you mentioned Kim Jong-un. You'd rather fight all of those three and leave Kim Jong-un alone. But guess what? Guess what they found in North Korea? $6 to $10 trillion in mineral wealth. And guess what they found in Afghanistan? They dropped the mother of all bombs in an empty space, letting us know that you got it and you will use it. But what did you uncover? You know that in Afghanistan there's another 10 trillion in mineral wealth. So Barack tried to get you out of there, but you agreed. You're back in it now. And you're not just in there. They found oil in the Golan Heights. Right. And Israel said she wants to get involved in the fray in Syria. But Russia is there. And they found tremendous oil reserves in the Golan Heights. And Israel wants to take that oil so that she will be oil self-sufficient. See, and just as you're reaching for it, your hands are going to get burned. And Israel, you are making America lose big time. You don't want me to say how much control AIPAC has over the U.S. government. And I know the press is here, you can't even say it except you tell something ugly so that your editors will give you leave. But brothers and sisters, let me tell you, you're going to be set free. Because that kind of cowardly news person who knows the truth and afraid to tell it, if you love this country, you tell the truth to change America, for she is going down and fast. Mr. President, you won't make America great again. Not in our time. She became great killing Native Americans. She became great enslaving us, bringing us from Africa into America to work the cotton fields. You're not going to get that opportunity back anymore. We made America rich and strong. And you can't tell me, Farrakhan, if you don't like America, you can go on back to Africa. Let me tell you something, white folk. You don't have a place on this earth that you can call your own except what we gave you, and that's in Europe. Now I'm closing. My God, Farrakhan. Are they planning war? Yes. Is it against black youth and black people?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. I want to close with showing you the signs that I had to watch in order to know what to say to Mr. Trump today. I was right, and you'll see it in your pack with President Bush. I was right with Ronald Reagan.
Farrakhan said black Americans are, in his words, not a forsaken people, and stated his belief that a higher power would intervene on their behalf.
Now back to President Trump coming to Chicago. See, you told Rahm Emanuel, clean it up, or I will. And you threatened my young brothers. Let me tell you something. My brothers are in bad shape. And I have warned all of you. I told you that the army was coming. I told you to get your act together and clean up your act, because they're coming with a mind to slaughter us. Have I said it? Not just for a year, but for 3 decades. I have been warning you about the government of America planning a war not only with a Muslim overseas, but with black people and the nation of Islam in America. Have I not done that? Now, Mr. Trump, you can come and you can bring your army. But if you read this book and know what your people have planned and are carrying out against young black men, then you come. But I'm going to warn you, Mr. Trump, this is not a forsaken people. And the God that we serve has promised us that he would fight our battles. We don't have no gun to equal yours, but we got a God. Check out the West Coast. You never seen no rain like that. You haven't seen nothing yet. Hey, in the Middle East, y'all think that Dubai is a nice place to run and hide now? You can get in the hotel and order some liquor in a Muslim country. They might even have a pig foot there for you. But they woke up one morning a week or so ago in Dubai with 10 inches or 10 centimeters of snow on the ground in the desert. Don't you ever think that you can go somewhere and God can't get to you when he wants to make an example of you. So I'm saying to Mr. Trump, not being disrespectful, I'm going to talk to you about him now. Who is he? You can come, bring your army, but if you slaughter my little young brothers, watch what God will do for you, Mr. Trump, and for the country that you said you want to make great again.
So guys, when listening to Louis Farrakhan, one thing that immediately stands out is how strongly he connects America foreign policy with events happening around the world. One of the major subjects in these remarks is the Middle East, especially the relationship between the United States, Israel, Saudi Arabia, and Iran. Farrakhan urged that America's foreign policy was moving towards greater conflict with Iran. He also discussed the differences between Sunni and Shia community and suggested that countries such as Saudi Arabia could play an important role in confronting Iran. These are serious geopolitical issues and they have been debated by politicians, journalists, academics, and analysts for many years. But it is important to separate Farrakhan's interpretation from independently established facts. His argument is that America's decisions in the Middle East are not simply about individual countries or isolated conflicts. He presents them as part of larger strategy involving alliances, military power, and political influence. He also raises the question of Israel's influence on Americans' foreign policy. This is another subject that generates strong debate. There is a close relationship between the United States and Israel, including military, political, and diplomatic cooperation. At the same time, claims that one country completely controls another country's foreign policy are much broader claims and require strong evidence. That distinction is important, then discussed controversial political commentary. Farrakhan also pointed to previous American involvement to countries such as Syria and Libya. The days of Muammar Gaddafi and the international intervention in Libya are often discussed when people debate the consequences of foreign military action. Supporters of the intervention have urged that military action was necessary under the circumstances at the time. Critics urge that the intervention contributed to instability and created long-term problems. Farrakhan uses these historical events to support his larger warning about American foreign policy. Another interesting part is remarks on his remarks is his discussion on Donald Trump. Farrakhan describes Trump as more direct and openly confrontation in his approach to international relations compared with previous presidents. Whether someone agrees with the assessment or not, Trump's presidency certainly produces major debates about American role in the world, its alliances, trade relationship, military strategy, and relationship with other major powers. Farrakhan also compared Trump with Barack Obama. He used the phrase reluctant prophet when describing Obama, presenting his own interpretation of Obama's presidency on the events surrounding it. Again, this is Farrakhan's characterization, not an established description accepted by historians or political experts. And this brings us to another major part of the video. Farrakhan warning about domestic issues in the United States. He's spoken for decades about what he believed could happen to Black Americans and about what he described as government plans or threats against the Black community and the Nation of Islam. These statements have attracted both supporters of supporters and critics. Supporters may see this warning as an attempt to draw attention to issues they believe are being ignored. Critics, however, urge, urge that some of these claims are unsupported or extra rated. This is why viewers should listen carefully and ask an important question: what is the evidence? The video also discusses Farrakhan's religious interpretation and natural disasters and unusual weather events. He connects events such as flooding in parts of United States and unusual snowfall in Dubai with what he described as divine consequences for the action of nation. That is a religious interpretation. Science, however, examines whether a climate event through evidence-based explanation involved atmospheric condition, geographic climate patterns, and other physical factors. So it is an important it is important not to present a religious interpretation as true. It were scientifically proven explanation. At the same time, these statements help explain why Farrakhan's speeches attract so much attention. He does not simply talk about politics. He combines politics, history, religious, race, international affairs, and predictions about the future. The combination makes his speeches powerful for people who already agree with his worldview, while making them highly controversial to people who strongly disagree with him. And perhaps the biggest take, takeaway from his discussion is the importance of thinking critically. When we listen to controversial political figures without automatically accepting everything they say, we can examine and arguments. We can examine the arguments, compare their claims with historical evidence, and ask whether their predictions actually happen. The approach allows us to discuss difficult subjects up without turning commentary into misinformation. Luis Farrakhan has made many warnings about America and the world over the decades. Some of those warnings are politically opinions, some of those interpretation of historical events, and others are religious or predictive claims. Our job as viewers is to understand what he is saying, examine the evidence, and make up our own mind. This video presented as commentary on these public remarks and does not endorse or validate his religious interpretation, prediction, or unsupported claims. The conversation about America foreign policy, the Middle East race, and political power will continue, and these are issues that deserve serious discussion, careful research, and open mind. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your time. And it was nice you watching, and I really appreciate. And if it is your very first time coming across any of my video, remember to like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notification for more discussion like this one. So guys, thank you so much. Till next time, God bless.